Where in the world did that come from? Is a question whose informality might obscure the fact that it is a smart query, a lot more useful than are most questions stated in academic language. In the history trade, it is one that we should ask more often, for it reminds us that no event or process or person can be analyzed purely as if it were an abstract entity. All human history needs at least two coordinates, time, of course, and place. A related, more pointed query concerning any belief, ideology, social custom, economic practice, or technological innovation is, how did that come to be here? The here in the question can be any place, your home today, or the Senate of the Roman Republic in classical times, or any place and time that is amenable to historical analysis. Although we rarely speak of our trade this way, I think most shrewd historical analysis is essentially migration history, not simply the movement of individuals, tribes, and social groups from one place to another, although that certainly is a fundamental historical process, but also the migration of ideas and technologies and customs and habits from one culture to another. Often in big history, suites of ideas and complexes of behavior seem to have traveled from one continent to another without the aid of much human migration, as if they were fully formed icebergs traversing big patches of ocean. The helpful characteristic of all these migration histories, whether of corporeal individuals or of constellations of ideas, is that when taken together, they help us to avoid the implicit and often unintentional vainglory of mere locality. Of course, every town, province, and nation has its own unique physical geography and cultural topography, and these at several levels are formative of events within the local boundaries. Yet in any given jurisdiction, most of what happens, most of what is believed, is an adaptation of ideas and behaviors that came from someplace else. That's just the way the world works. No town, state, or nation is autochthonous, however loudly its propagandists may declare it to be mystically and morally exceptional, or however elegantly its historians play a game of intellectual squash rackets, with the patterns of cause and effect being limited to the whitewashed walls of the locality or nation. Theologians of the Catholic Church have developed a concept, enculturation, that can be secularized to help our understanding of the way that a small collection of individuals living on the edge of Europe embraced a new concept of Christianity, virtually a new religion, some would say. And eventually this faith came to define the prepotent form of Protestantism in the United States, and thus to be a strong component of everyday American culture.